Hello, everybody.
Hi.
And welcome to the Barrel Roll post-credit show. Look, I'll just lean back this way. You know what? I don't think people ever realize how close people have to be on screen to look like they're not that close.
Yeah.
Like, I think newscasters are legitimately like
this,
yeah.
Hello, everybody.
And they look like they're miles apart because of camera angles and whatnot. Either way, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, where we talk about games we've played, movies we've watched, and other sort of nerd junk we have done over the last week or so. See how I added that for some people?
Great.
You guys weren't.
Great.
Some of you weren't here.
We insinuated.
That you haven't been here for a while. So when you're talking about doing something like it was brand new, it's actually, you know.
I'm Chris.
I'm Nick.
I'm Brian.
I remembered my name.
Thought I'd just add that in.
Good work. Someone's on the ball.
Do we have sound? Because I'm not here to text you guys.
Yes.
Yes. I can see the bars moving. I've been watching the bars.
And this light is on.
That light is
That
always
means-
on.
that-
Oh, that's the
problem.
mute button.
So if you press it, it'll blink. I guess I'll go first. My list it's a list.
Mine's shorter than yours.
I've been playing Planet Coaster. I have built a second building now in my Planet Coaster game, which I'll start streaming soonish. What I've decided though, so what I've been doing, because I talked last week about this idea, and maybe to you while we've been playing some stuff.
Possibly.
But I'm like, I'll record me building the building.
I remember this conversation.
Yeah, and then I'll speed it up, because there's parts where you slow down to be like,
Yeah.
what if I do, that's not gonna work. Hold on. I'll do this instead. Like, it's a very slow and methodical process. That was the discussion we were having. But now that I'm thinking about it, I now have to watch like that hour's worth of footage, and while I'm watching it, decide what's worth watching and what's not worth watching and what's worth speeding up. And then have to do a voice over top of it afterwards. So I'm like, so for like a half-hour video, it's 3 hours worth of work, or I could just make an hour-long video of me building the building. Pre-plan a little bit, maybe.
Maybe if you had the buildings already set up.
And that's my thought process, is like, because when I'm building them, I'm like, okay, I'm building like an ice cream shop.
Yep.
In my brain, that's what I go into, but I don't know what pieces I'm using until I'm there.
Yeah.
Like you say, maybe if I spend half an hour and kind of, you know,
Well, if you're
get my idea together with the pieces I'm sort of going to use, and then go through the process of building it.
Well, you say like you have it, you set the building up.
Yeah.
You know, this is the process I went through building it, and
Sort
this
of.
is what my plan is, and it just elaborates.
And that's kind of the piece of it all, is like, and I might just do that for these videos now, is just overlay with my voice going like, this is what I was thinking while I was doing this.
You're the actor, you're the voice, we are the directors.
You can be the director. I'm not very good at that.
You can help.
Someone needs to be a PA.
Yeah.
Someone needs to get the water.
Well, that's me then. My role's director. Director does not do this.
Director
It's
of
okay, you
water.
can get your payback.
Yeah. I want my water.
Just dump it out.
I
I
don't
require
like it.
more.
This water tastes funky.
Yeah, this is tepid. I need other water.
Bottled.
Either way I built an ice cream shop. Again, to kind of kick off my main street of the park that I'm building. Still, there's 100 buildings I need to process, over 100 buildings that I need to like build and make and this and that and everything. Some of them can just be facades, but going with the main street idea, there's 5 buildings on each side.
Yeah, okay.
So 10 buildings complete. I don't just, because I didn't want to make like this huge main street,
Yeah.
because that tends to just take over everything. I wanted a main street with some other areas going off of it, doing their own thing, sort of thing. So, but each building is going to have
Very
stuff in it.
Disneyland-esque.
You know what? And again, and I in my running commentary in my head, and even when I explain to people why I built the park that way, it's because Disney, if you look at him, did 800 years worth of research into how to build a park.
Yeah.
So when he built his park, there's a reason for the trash cans being where they are, and the buildings being placed where they are, and the fact that everything always leads back to the middle of the park, because that way you can always get to wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would I refute, research and science that has already been done to build a park.
Yeah.
Now, again, it's not like I've gone into this thing and gone like, oh, I'm going to build an ice cream shop and it's going to look exactly like the one in Disney.
Yeah.
Mine's essentially like, I want an ice cream shop on that corner. Think about ice cream shop. Think about like classic kind of, I didn't want to go full on diner because that's part of my American themed thing further into the park, because there's new diner pieces where I'm like, ooh, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna go older than diner but newer than just like, you know, shop like a pharmacy on the side of the road from like, you know, the 1800s sort of, you know, like that kind of thing where it's like the mom and pop shops finally. Yeah, I wanted the guy with kind of the swirly mustache and the apron on giving you ice cream, as opposed to like, you know, the guy who's also selling cocaine, because that's what they could sell back then, sort of thing. Like, I didn't want to go that far back.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go far enough back where it was like the big windows and you looked in and there was the floor and just plain walls with some like neon sign. Like, I kind of mixed genres of years and eras and that kind of stuff.
This 80s section, 90s.
Sort of. Like, my whole Main Street again in Disneyland is an homage to Walt's favorite town. So it was like Mississippi back in the, you know, 10 sort of, like, it is that Midwestern brick building, lovely, like, da-da-da-da-da. Mine is just a mix of, like, if I had a bakery, what would it look like? And if I went full on, like, big budget, if I could do a bakery. Like, my bakery in my Main Street is going to be made out of the gingerbread facade.
Nice.
I'm not trying to make all the buildings look like they belong, but I am trying to have that as you come around this thing, your first impact is either this clock tower thing that I've built or this ice cream and burger shop.
Yeah.
And it's got a giant burger on the top.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, either way, Planet Coaster, it's a relaxing game. It's nice just to sit there and
And, you know, there's only one more week, and then you just
yeah.
dive right into it.
Yeah, get Main Street done at least over Christmas. And then head right into my World Fair thing, because again, I think those buildings will be a little bit easier to manage.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Either way,
Nice.
Planco, cool. Battlefront, I've been playing on and off with you guys, and
Yeah.
Indeed.
fun game again.
I like shooting things.
Yeah, and pretty much it's I think
that last segment we had was
well,
bit challenging.
so you and I went on a bit of a different. Well, the last few times we've played, we've gone a little bit different.
Yeah, we've gone a little.
We've tried all the different game modes. So we did the Ewok hunt
Yes.
the other night.
You guys were scared.
Yeah, because you were an Ewok. So
I wasn't scared.
and after you die, you become an Ewok. So if you've never played the thing, it's essentially a survival horror game.
Yeah.
The stormtroopers have
Flashlights.
limited vision and flashlights, and their gun.
Yeah.
But they have to survive until a dropship comes and picks them up. And as soon as you die as a stormtrooper, you become an Ewok. So all of a sudden, like, if you're the last stormtrooper, you're being hunted by the other
Bunch of Ewoks.
15 players. Yeah. Like, you really have to work as a unit to try and survive. And as soon as you become an Ewok, you go, oh, light.
I can see things.
You can see everything, whereas opposed to a stormtrooper, you're like running through the woods, and you're like, okay, I think I've run far enough. Clearly, the Ewok's like, why did the stormtrooper just stop?
Then you flash your flashlight around, you see an Ewok, you're like, oh,
Well, and
God.
again, and the Ewoks are short, and their eyes kind of glow, so if
Yeah.
you catch them in the flashlight, all you see is like this tiny little thing scurry
Yeah, and
by
it's
with
pretty.
like the big eyes, and you're going,
It's pretty creepy.
I never got to experience that.
Pretty
no,
creepy.
it was creepy, it was scary.
I got one stormtrooper in my battle.
Oh yeah. We played also
Extraction.
so
That one was really fun. I really liked that
move
one.
the cart, essentially, move the payload.
Yeah.
That was good.
Once I figured out the map.
And again,
Yes.
knowing the
Figured out the
maps
map.
is the biggest piece to
Oh
it. I
my
think
gosh.
any multiplayer game, though, if you
Oh,
think
yeah.
back to even going back to like N64, GoldenEye,
Yeah, GoldenEye.
if you didn't know the maps, you were screwed. Especially with you know, you're looking, you look at Brian's
Screen watching,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're like, oh, Brian's there. Okay.
Oh, he's spawning there.
Yeah, even Call of Duty. It's,
You gotta know
know
those.
the sniping
Halo.
positions after a while.
All of those, yeah.
But we know even on Geonosis, we know like, oh, if I climb up here, like there's a pretty
can
good little
snipe.
vantage point. And if
Yeah.
I'm the guy on the ground, I'm like, sucker up there in the middle. You know,
Yeah.
Know the map. Know the map.
know the map.
Yeah,
So
which
Extraction
was
was kind
was
of
the
fun.
first game we were stuck.
big time. That other team did a really good job. But then we used their own
We didn't
tactics,
know what to do though.
Yeah.
Again. We walked in going, okay, what is extraction?
As we all group around the thing.
And it starts moving. Payload, guys! Payload!
We got it.
Escort the payload.
And then they trap us.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we were just hooped down a hallway essentially.
Yeah.
because, enough people got stuck in there. We did some hero battles, which was fun with the four of us.
That was the part I probably didn't enjoy.
Did you did or
Sucked.
didn't?
I sucked.
Tony hated it the first time we played it.
I sucked. I think I gotta move to a blaster guy because I can't do the lightsaber things.
They're fixing in in the coming year. They're looking at lightsaber fights because they're finding that they're not like it's just two people whacking each other.
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's not
yes,
working
and
out right.
it's also we were running into guys that are their cards are
Yeah.
4-starred, and it's like
Higher level guys.
Yeah.
I can't compete with them,
It's not
especially
bad.
that Grievous guy.
I think Tony had more fun in that version of it only because
We were there.
well, it was the four of us because the last time it was just three, and then you have a competent person,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, the competent guy's trying. At least the four of us failing together is like, we all suck, guys.
Oh,
We got one kill.
Yeah.
no, we had 2.
Did we get two? Did we get two?
I didn't do anything, but you guys got 2 kills.
You say you, I don't remember doing anything
Right,
other
you
than
guys
running
got 2
around as
kills.
Obi-Wan Kenobi saying hello there. So you can't do that emote on him. He actually has real emotes. I'd love Obi-Wan Kenobi to just sit there with his lightsaber, wow, 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 and actually making the sound.
He's serious. He doesn't play around.
Hello there. We played Strike.
That's the
Yes.
flying, right?
No.
No.
We played Strike, which was
I can't remember what Strike was.
smaller payloads or smaller objective-based stuff.
Was that one really fun though?
It was good.
It was good,
We had some good fights on that one. I like the payload kind of stuff because it does it.
What was it? Yes, it was. We had to bomb. We had to set up bombs and we had to protect them.
Yeah, like there was more objectives than just the payload. Like
Okay.
sometimes it was like get payload here, then set bomb, then
Yes.
Right.
That one I was doing good at.
Yeah, that one like you were crushing on that
I think
one.
that was my top 5.
Yeah, but the teams are smaller, and yeah, you get into those firefights on those ones because it is very much like here is the one and only objective, so get there. Or no, Strike also was grab the thing, so you had to grab the package and run it
Yeah,
yourself.
Oh,
right,
really?
yes.
Like
We
Captain
sucked on
Flag?
We
those
sucked
ones.
on that one, big time.
But the team was also, they fixed it. We won the first few.
Yeah.
But then they fixed it and they were dominating us.
Yeah. It
Was
also
it like
depends on
Capture the
what
Flag kind of thing?
No,
Kind
so
of.
only one team is grabbing the flag,
Oh, okay.
and then you have to get it to an extraction point.
Right.
And
And
once
the other
again,
team has
it's
to-
knowing the map. So if you're defending, you know where they're going to try and
Yeah,
go.
you know
So
where you can
sit on
set
it.
up.
So yeah, you sit there and just snipe the guy that's running the football essentially
Yeah.
to the end zone.
Snipe them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Essentially, in football terms, there's a guy with a gun in front of the end zone, and he's just like, and bang,
Bang!
gotcha!
Pretty much. That's
Your
what it
team's
turned
dropped
out.
the football.
Even when that got reversed, we sucked.
Yes. Then we did do some Starfighter
Yes.
assault.
That took so a while to
Oh, okay.
That took a long time to figure out.
finally figure out how to shoot a missile.
Yes, we did. So that one is every ship. There's 3 different kinds of ships: the fighter, the interceptor, and the bomber.
Bomber.
Along with the hero ships. And then each era has its own difference to those ships. So like if you're flying an A-wing, it's the same as a TIE interceptor.
The X, you fly as an X-wing
Right.
because its ability was you could repair itself.
Yeah.
Where I think it was
A-wing had the
A-wing you could
afterburners. You could
afterburners
speed-
and you get rid of the missiles.
You can run faster than a missile, yeah.
Cool,
But then all of a sudden we ended up in the Clone Wars saga,
Yeah.
there, and all of a sudden, like, you went to the interceptor ship. It didn't have afterburners anymore. It had something else.
So you had to
Oh.
switch. I found it. I just went with whatever one had the burners,
Yeah.
so I can escape the missiles for a little bit. Because
But yeah, like,
for a while those missiles were just a super pain. in the butt.
and then it's getting used to the UI because it's completely different. So your speed gauge is on the side of your ship
Oh, okay.
because there is speed issues.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if have you flown before.
No.
So
And with your left one, you're controlling kind of how you're turning, and your right stick is where you're physically moving your ship.
Ooh.
it takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
But by the last match
We were starting to get it.
Yeah, all of a sudden it was like, I killed something!
The biggest issue we had was running into things.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I
usually
found
an
it
issue
going
when you fight.
when I played the single player.
Yeah.
I was at max speed going constantly. I found in this, I had to slow down just to try and keep up with so that I wouldn't overlap them.
Well, that's again because you're actually facing humans and not just AI, and this way and that way and left and right.
Right.
So I had to adjust myself.
Yeah.
So what's better, Star Fox 64 or this?
In all honesty, this was a very good compare. I thought of that as I was playing, going like this could replace a Star Fox type. Yeah.
Cool.
It was
cool.
good.
It was
I
good.
like
Yeah,
that.
I had fun on that one. Yeah, we've gone through I think every game mode now
Dude,
except
no.
the 2-on-2
Blast, we haven't
heroes,
played Blast yet.
and we haven't played Blast, which is
I was looking at the
legitimately
trophies
just.
after.
Oh yeah,
It's the only one I'm missing.
and I think Blast was just shooting people.
That's fine.
Close quarters
it's
combat.
a death match.
Yeah, it's a close quarters death match. Yeah, so.
And I always go heavy, so.
But that's it. They've done a good job of that game. Like the game modes are fun. There's enough stuff going on.
They had that bad.
They had a bad start with the
'cause-
microtransactions. 'Cause
Again,
it's
the
like,
business side of things ruined.
Yeah.
Well, and again, that was the shareholders going,
Yep.
we need more money, microtransactions. And DICE was like, I think we're now getting the game that... Because even
They
DICE,
wanted to.
DICE on their Twitter account has been getting way more fun lately. Like, because the community has now been like, we have a game, guys. Like, there's a game here. And yes, you have to pay to unlock Obi-Wan Kenobi. But in all honesty... You play for less than a week.
Yeah, it didn't take us long for you to get the...
No, because I saved up because
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be,
Yeah, it didn't take long to get Obi-Wan.
No. And Grievous I can get really quick. I could have gotten Grievous, but I unlocked my Clone Trooper armor because
Those red...
the orange like pieces to the
Yeah.
But yeah, like the
Grievous
color.
will be my next buy. And well, I still have to buy the Millennium Falcon.
The Lando.
Well, because in flying, there's 3 different
Yeah.
Millennium Falcons.
Yeah. For each
for each
era, I guess.
But, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, prequel because prequel would be Solo.
Well, because it had the exit.
Yeah.
Or emergency pod
But
on it.
technically Solo is a prequel film, so prequel is Solo or the Lando one. Then there's Han and Chewie for the original trilogy, and
then
the
Rey
sequel
and
trilogy
Chewie.
is Rey and Chewie.
Which has a different satellite.
That's how you tell the difference.
Yeah.
And the voice coming out of it, because it does. Like
Oh,
when
does
when Han Solo's flying, it's whoever they got to replace Harrison Ford going like, I can't stay here anymore. Like we gotta pull out, and the Millennium Falcon disappears. Or it's like, I'm on their ass.
We never
and
did
like,
that well in the Starfighter batch.
Oh no, you can hear them if you get close enough to the Millennium Falcon as my A-wing.
Okay.
It like Han talks to
we
you as
never
a pilot.
did well enough to get the heroes.
I almost did. They showed up, and then someone took one of the Falcons, so I grabbed the like hero A-wing. And I'm like, and then some lady's like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da," and I'm like, who is this? Some of my Steam games are on, my wish lists are on sale. Either way, Battlefront 2, cool game. I still haven't played through most of the single player. You've been playing through some.
I haven't.
I'll get to that.
You'll
once
get
my
to
turn.
that. All right. Ooh, Depraved is on sale. Cool. I have then watched shows and movies. So I watched The Incredibles 2. I was not overly impressed or engaged in that
Why?
film. I don't know. The first one, I watched it and I'm like, that was a good
Has it?
film.
Do you feel that maybe it's a time gap thing?
No, because I legit just watched Incredibles 1.
But I mean, like the hype of one coming out and then taking 10 years to.
No, I don't think
come
so.
out with two.
I don't know what it was. I'm not sure if it's because I could tell where the story was going.
But I
I'm
mean,
not sure if.
I've noticed that with movies, though, I find it's a product of just watching too many movies. You know exactly where it's going to go.
Yeah, but some of them do a good enough job of I still know where it's gonna go, but I'm still entertained at the story of getting there. I'm not sure if the Incredibles was just like the scenes with Elastigirl weren't super exciting. There wasn't enough of the Incredibles together because the opening.
But it was about the kids.
And I
too,
get
though.
that piece, but that's the thing where I'm like, the opening was pretty cool, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they get dragged away. And honestly, maybe even seeing them, if you haven't seen it, minor spoilers for the beginning, but like they get thrown in a hotel, and it's like, well, what are we going to do now? Because the government program that they were part of shuts down.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe give me more of that instead of just all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're down in the dumps. What are we going to do now to survive? And then, oh, you can be heroes. Like, I don't know if that part was, like, I'm just like, give me more of the, like, coming together as a family unit, because a lot of what happened in The Incredibles 1 was like, yeah, we can be heroes and we can be a family. And then they open up number 2 and they're like, we can't be heroes. It's like every time you start a Metroid game, you know, you get all your weapons taken away.
Yeah.
And you're like, how's it going to happen this time? Like, I feel like if they even do an Incredibles 3, it's like, so...
We can't be heroes.
Well,
We can't be heroes.
Have you seen it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I find with the end of 2, though...
Yes, they open it up to
They
a
open it
bigger
up,
piece.
there's tons more people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you could open it up that way.
And I don't know
And
if...
the last 2 villains haven't really been super villains.
Correct. I don't know even if, like, the other heroes that they introduce, maybe even spend more time on... Like, I felt like there wasn't enough time spent on everything, where I was just watching, like, bits and pieces of a story, but not a complete... Like, I liked the stuff happening at the house. I thought it was funny. Jack fighting a raccoon. I thought
Yeah,
it was,
that's
like,
great.
incredibly
Showing off his
amusing.
different, and then the interaction between him and Edna.
And him and Edna was
Yes.
great. But again, like him and Edna, if you go to the new Disneyland ride in California Adventure, they changed the California Screaming Coaster into the Incredicoaster.
Yeah.
It's legitimately at the beginning them interviewing the Incredibles, going like, how does it feel to have your own roller coaster? And they're all like, oh, it's fantastic. And it's like, well, where's the baby? And it's like, oh, he's staying at his babysitter's. And you get onto the ride, and it's Edna going like, no, baby, don't go. And the baby disappears, and you spend the rest of the coaster trying to catch Jack.
Chase Jack.
And because again, best part of the film is the baby.
Yes, I like
Jack.
Crushed it. And again, when they get back to the boat at the end, I'm like, again, the whole family unit thing. I think separating Elastigirl, I get the point of it, like taking her out of the picture and putting Mr. Incredible to be Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
In the Mr. Mom role, I thought it's a good idea. There was just, I don't know if it happened too fast or what. I don't know. I just watched that movie going like, this was a film. And not where I went to The Grinch and I'm like, that was a good movie. It's not like you're not going to make a movie of the year, but I left going
it's
like,
hard
hey.
to not get the movie of the year.
I know. But again, like The Grinch did a good job of what it did. Wreck-It Ralph 2, I was like, I felt like, it wasn't really a Wreck-It Ralph-ish type movie. It was more a Disney movie about the internet.
Movie.
But yeah, it's a movie about the internet. But still a good movie.
Yeah.
We turned off The Incredibles and it was like.
Now what?
I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's in the middle of the pack for me.
It's not the worst movie they've ever made. The Good Dinosaur takes the cake on that one, but. And it's not like I'm like, oh, I detest this film and should never watch it again. It was just more of a like, yeah.
Maybe you just
That
wanted
was
the right mood.
I don't know. And sometimes that happens. That happened to me with Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch that. I
Napoleon?
remember the first time I watched it. I was like, what is...
I went to see Napoleon Dynamite the first time, and I think because it was at the Princess, I was expecting a movie. So I did. Like, if you don't know and you're watching this, the Princess is a theater in Edmonton. It's like, it usually shows indie films and that kind of thing, but it's normally the higher brow stuff that you go to see at the Princess movie theater. So that's what I went in expecting, and I got I got a guy throwing, casserole at a llama, telling it to eat.
Yeah.
And so I knew that, and then it became this phenomenon, and people are like, we must see it again, we must see it, and it's like, So I went in that night going, oh my god, how am I getting dragged to this? Again. So I just shut my brain off, and all of a sudden, movie.
I haven't watched it. I've only watched it once.
Try again. It is one of those ones where I do suggest, go into it knowing you're going into a complete...
dumb movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like going into Dumb and Dumber and expecting, Civil War. Two different
You're gonna be
mindsets.
disappointed.
Right.
Yeah.
But going into Dumb and Dumber going, a
What
Jim
about Dumb
Carrey
and Dumber
movie from
2?
the 90s.
Yeah.
Again, I still haven't seen any of the other Dumb and Dumber movies.
I remember the
The knockoff, yeah.
Mm.
Dumb and Dumber, or was that Dumb and Dumber?
Dumber and Dumber.
I don't remember.
Either way, I watched The Incredibles 2. It was an okay film. I'm not overly enthused by it, I guess is the best way of putting it. We watched Smallfoot.
Oh, the little
The Channing
Yeti.
Tatum
Yes.
Yeti movie.
I've heard of it. I don't really want to.
That was my opinion, but I had a free movie rental, so we used it. It was actually pretty good. Again, I was more engaged by Smallfoot than The Incredibles 2. Probably because I was going in down here, and all of a sudden Channing Tatum starts singing, and I'm like, oh,
He can sing
he can.
and dance.
Again, it's a CGI Yeti, so not really him dancing, but
But I
him
know.
singing, like,
Yeah.
pretty good voice. Zendaya's
overall performer.
yes, Zendaya's in the movie. You know,
Zendaya can sing.
and she can sing.
Wait, she started.
She's a Disney star. Of course she can
Disney
sing.
star, right?
LeBron James this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, but all the voice cast. James Corden is one of the humans in the movie. Their voice cast was pretty good. And again, Channing Tatum. I am always surprised by him. I have to stop being surprised by Channing Tatum. I think of him as the guy from the first Step Up movie.
Oh yeah. The
Step Up, legit. He was the
Yeah.
first Step Up movie where he's like, "I'm too cool for ballet." What? I'm gonna go steal a car. What? And it's just like, and then he can dance, and you're like, all right. And then all of a sudden he does movies, and you're like, he can kind of act. And then in this movie he's singing, and we're like on IMDb, like, is this actually him singing? Because
It's
this
actually
is
him
impressive.
sing- yeah.
Because like, holy cow, he's got a voice, so he can sing, dance, and act.
triple
Triple
threat.
threat. Channing Tatum, never saw it coming.
Never saw it coming.
Cute movie, and again, you see most of it coming. But the
I
jokes,
repeat my previous statement.
but the jokes are good. It's a kids movie. The jokes are solid. You know, the Yetis think they got their mountaintop got pooped out of the sky yak, and that's how they came to be. And there's nothing below the clouds.
All right.
So that's the whole shtick. To make the sun rise, the Channing Tatum's dad, played by Danny DeVito, has to launch himself at a gong every morning because they can't just hit it. They have to like smack it with their head, and the sun rises.
Okay.
Like,
Awesome.
there's this Yeti culture that these filmmakers,
created.
Warner
That's
Brothers
actually cool.
animation people have built. Like they spent time on making sure that these Yetis had a culture and rules and this and that and everything. And below the clouds there was the nothing.
Now they need to make one about Bigfoot.
But essentially, that's what this whole shtick was.
Or
They've called us
Sasquatch.
they've called us Sasquatch. They've called us this. They've called us that. They've called us all these things. But essentially, what happens is Channing Tatum is learning to be the next gong ringer,
Yeah.
and he misses the gong,
Oh no.
so he overshoots and he falls to a part of the mountain that's like out of the village.
Yeah.
Still not below the clouds. Like he's not like that daring.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, a plane crashes,
Oh.
and you
Okay.
see the pilot eject.
Yeah.
And he picks up the pilot going like,
What is it?
what's this? And he looks at the foot and it's,
Yeah.
a small
Small foot.
foot. So he goes back to the village like, oh my God. And by the time they make it back, the plane's fallen off the mountain and the guy's parachuted away and like, there's no trace.
Oh,
left,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they're all like, sure, you saw
Sure.
a small foot. So then he has to prove it.
So he was down below the clouds.
So he may or may not go down below the
He
clouds.
goes below the clouds.
He does go below the clouds and he meets James Corden.
It wouldn't be a movie unless it progressed.
And James Corden is supposed to kind of be a crocodile hunter who has sold out. So he's supposed to be like a Steve Irwin who like started doing it because he loved animals.
He loved animals.
But then got into it because TV, you just have to sensationalize everything.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool. Like the Yetis, they use their feet like they snowboard because their feet are so big.
Big, yeah.
They can, like that's how they get around the snow in the mountains. Is they can just go down a hill and it looks like snowboarding, but then they just hop and they're walking again, and you're like, cute. It's those tiny little things that I think made that film. Like there was animated, and I'm like, go WB animation.
I
Like
always like WB animation.
every once in a while they release one that you're like, like there's one that's on something, and it's like, oh, and then they do something like this where I'm like, oh,
Oh.
all right.
Good job.
Good job, team. Go team, like that theme park movie I'm still confused about, and I don't know who's making that one. But
Theme park movie.
John Oliver plays a bear, or a
Sure.
monkey, or a hedgehog.
I have not heard of
Sonic.
Not Sonic.
this.
The Wonderland, I think it's called. not to be confused with an Alice in Wonderland or anything like that.
Sonic.
But essentially what happens is this girl invents like a toy theme park made out of odds and sods, and like it's built on a table.
Okay.
But then she grows up and she can't have an imagination anymore, so she throws it all away. I'm assuming a parent dies because that's the catalyst to 90% of kids' movies. So she throws this theme park away, and she ends up magically finding this theme park again, but it's real life, and all the characters she created are real, and they're like, we have to build the theme park again, because for some reason half of it's, like, totaled. When she threw it away, it broke, so she has to now fix it. But that one looks somewhat decent, just really far out there.
Yes.
But the animation style's not far out there enough for me to be like, yeah, this makes sense. Like, Up looks like an animated film, so when they're like, we're going to take this house to the top of a mountain, I'm like, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Talking dogs? Cool. But when bears start talking and they don't really look like they're supposed to talk, it's like, oh, this takes me out of it.
Well, there's no pictures yet on this that I can see.
Oh, then, I don't know.
Crime drama.
Yeah, that's
mystery?
not the right one.
Oh, that's not the right one.
That's why. You're looking at the wrong film.
What else have you been doing?
I have been also watching. We watched the Sabrina Christmas special last night.
I haven't watched any of Sabrina.
Wonder Park. See, that's why.
Oh, it's Wonder Park.
The Sabrina Christmas episode is episode 11 of season 1. So they've tacked it on to season 1. It's one extra episode. It takes place after the season finale.
So are they going to add to it 12?
Nope.
Because 11 is an odd number.
It was a weird number, but they're moving right into
Or
season
go
2.
to 13 because it's
No.
13.
They're moving into, so it's like the stopgap, the events of the season finale where you're like, this is essentially like Christmas happened in between, so we're going to show you one episode.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't celebrate Christmas because Christmas would be the celebration of the birth of Christ,
Yes.
and they are part of the Church of Satan. So it's
Yuletide.
It's the Yuletide for them.
Yes.
Okay.
And they have to light a Yule log to keep spirits out of their house. Lo and behold, the Yule log goes out and
Spirits.
things happen.
And a story happens.
And a story occurs!
Still the same length, or is it a little longer?
A little longer, I
Little
felt
longer.
like.
Yeah.
A little longer.
Well, because it's a special, I wasn't sure if they
Yeah.
went on.
It felt a
Yeah.
little
Beyond
longer
the
because they
past.
were also dealing with, like, the fallout of the season finale.
Yeah.
Without too much dwelling on it, which was good.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you don't want all of the, like, bang from your season finale to just drop because of this.
Yeah.
One episode.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, so this is where she's standing with everybody by the end of it. It's like, okay, this one's still kind
It's
of
almost like an epilogue.
yeah, it's like there's some
Like
tension here,
Christmas.
there's still some tension here, there's some tension there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, you know, one of them's reading the Christmas story because the one aunt likes it because there's ghosts. She'll put up with the Christmas story because there's ghosts.
There's ghosts in it.
And again, they actually left off with a cliffhanger
In a one episode.
in a one episode thing because again, it's attached to all the episodes. It's not like it's just like, you know,
Its
sometimes a
own,
Christmas,
like, Christmas
episode is
special.
detached from
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
This one's legitimately built into the story, so they end it and like something happens and you're like, what is this? And then it ends and you're like, okay, now I really need season 2 to kick off. I said to my wife this morning, I'm like, that is honestly the best way of doing a Christmas special was, especially for Netflix.
Yes.
Binge watch these 10 episodes, then we'll give you an episode
Have
about
a
a month
special.
later
Yeah.
that's still attached to all these ones. And then in another month or so or whatever, like season 2. So you've kept me engaged in your show, which is usually my problem with Netflix shows, is I'm like, yeah, I'll watch them later. This one's
Hence the
legitimate.
Marvel stuff.
That is my problem with Marvel. That was my problem with Orange is the New Black. I remember
Yeah.
watching the first season of Orange is the New Black. The ending of it, I'm like, what's gonna happen? Season 2 dropped, and I'm like, who cares? And then I haven't watched any season since. This one, legitimately, I'm like, Sabrina, good show, solid show, binged it. A month or so later, you gave me an episode. I'm like, I am back in.
I want this.
I
yeah.
want season 2 again. So now if you release season 2 within a month or so,
They can't keep doing that though.
I'm good. But save an episode. Like have one little episode that's a little
Valentine's
extra.
Day?
Sure, don't care. Give me something. Easter, that would be fun.
Yeah.
You gave me the birth of Christ. Give me the death of Christ on the witch side of things. It's a huge holiday.
Or the whole resurrection
Yeah.
zombie.
Yeah. So either way, cool way of doing a Christmas special. A nice way of kind of, again, keeping you engaged.
Still
in
easy
the
to
show.
into the second season, yeah.
And yeah, not giving too much away from season 2.
Yeah.
There's still problems from the events of the season finale. The last thing I watched, I just started watching it because I just discovered it because it just hit Netflix, but it's called The Fix.
The Fix.
Uh-huh.
If you've watched this show before, you know how much I love panel shows from the British Television Broadcasting Network. Netflix has their own now.
Oh, good.
So
The Fix.
The Fix. Jimmy Carr, who is on most of the British panel shows that I watch, hosts this particular one. It has a Canadian comedian, Catherine Ryan. She's a stand-up comic, but she's out of Britain, so she's on most of my panel shows. It also has D.L. Hughley. And the whole point of the show is Catherine Ryan's on one desk, D.L. Hughley's at another desk. They are joined by one other comedian apiece.
Yeah.
And they try to solve a problem that the world is facing. So the first problem they face is social media. So first they discuss social media, what it means to them, how they use social media, that kind of thing. Then they bring out an expert who actually gives you facts about social media and how much time people spend on their phones and that kind of thing. And they talk about that and make jokes. Because that's all a panel show is just an opportunity for comedians to make jokes.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the show, D.L. Hughley and Catherine Ryan have come up with their own ideas on how to solve this problem and save the world.
And save the world. In a comedic way.
In a very comedic way. So, like, D.L. Hughley's problem solving for the internet is, like, people are jerks on the internet because they're anonymous. So you have to get a license to use the internet.
Yeah.
And he's like, and if you don't have a license and are using the internet without one, the police will, like, come and arrest you, essentially.
That'd be a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
Catherine Ryan's fix was just slow the internet back down.
Yeah, that would get
Revert back to dial-up.
Revert back to, so that was her thing, was like, wait for it. As the picture's like slowly appearing on the screen. She's like, see, now we have time to talk.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Don't do that.
Well, so that was the piece where I'm like, I enjoyed the show now. And my wife's like, oh no. And I'm like, I don't even have to track this one down. It's on Netflix.
Right
Like,
on.
I don't have to find a way to get to the BBC shows. I'm just like, yes. They've brought one of my favorite comedians from all of those. So Jimmy Carr, they've made him the host. It's perfect. It's delightful.
What does he do? Nothing.
He makes jokes in between,
Yeah.
kind of. He runs the panel, so
Runs
it's
the
more.
panel.
He's in charge of, like, when someone goes too far, he cracks the joke that kind of ends it, and we move on.
Keeps
Alright.
thing on pace and.
Sort of, yeah. And I mean, they're good at that because that's all those panel shows in the UK are, is a bunch of comedians making a joke until finally the one in the middle goes, okay, everybody, stop being like children and let's continue on.
Yeah.
So that's me. The Fix, it's new. If you like those shows, watch it.
Nice.
I've also continued to rewatch Taskmaster. Because I love Taskmaster. Jimmy Carr hasn't been on. He should be on Taskmaster. That would be fantastic.
You'd really binge watch that.
What?
Taskmaster.
I love
Watched even
Taskmaster.
more.
I've now gone back to season 1.
What about your Brooklyn Nine-Nine routine?
It's been broken a little bit lately by British television shows.
9-9.
I'm waiting for the new season because it's almost the new season.
Yeah.
So
Did you see the trailer for
Yeah, I
the
saw
new
that.
season?
yeah, the rooftop one. How are you gonna get down? I've got it.
And
Just
that's
like-
where you say I'm the best
Yeah.
detective in the world.
I don't think this is gonna work for a recruitment video. We can cut Terry if it's gonna cost too much. What? I mean, you're a valuable part of this team. We can
Totally cut him.
You just want to put a name up and talk, don't you?
My list is pretty short
Cool.
because we covered two things that you talked about: Battlefront 2, Sabrina.
Yes.
But those.
What
We did
did
talk
you like
about
the
those
Sabrina
things.
Christmas
Yes.
special?
Yes, I did. I liked the show until Sabrina annoyed me in the last 3 episodes of the, I guess the 10.
Yes.
But
I think
that was
she's-
supposed to.
I think she's supposed to because that is.
Yeah.
She's facing a a dilemma of sorts.
Yes.
It becomes that Harry Potter problem where it's like, I'm so special!
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you're not.
And she's in her teenage years.
And she's a teenager, so
Yeah.
she,
Teenagers.
Teen
I
love.
do like that actress that plays her, though.
Yes,
She's
yes.
from Mad Men, if you haven't watched Mad Men.
Oh, I have not seen that.
She's the daughter of Don Draper.
I find the whole casting for that show to be
They did really
very
good.
like even Ambrose.
Ambrose is the best character ever.
He's so awesome.
He's the necromancer cousin that lives with them.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, they needed a male in the house, so they're just like, have this one!
Ambrose. And he's a really good character.
He's also gay, so we get that demographic into. And
Yeah.
black! Done!
And he's black.
Cover it all!
I believe we discussed this year.
Token gay black guy.
Buffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, Ambrose plays a really good character.
Yeah.
All in. And
Yeah.
you're just like, cool. And the one lady from Shaun of the Dead who plays the one aunt, Hilda.
Yes.
She's the loving aunt who's just like, she's the loving one, and then you have Zelda who's
who's
just
the
like...
tough love.
Yeah, tough love. That's a
Like,
good way of putting
still
it.
loves
It was,
her.
yeah. But yeah, like, they've done a really good job of everything in that
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Casting
Good
wise.
show. Good show.
Because that's what we even said that after the first episode, watching it, like, this shall be enjoyable, unlike Riverdale.
Yeah. But after I keep watching Sabrina, they're like, well, you should watch Riverdale. I
Yeah.
was like, no, thanks.
Thumbs down, please,
Thumbs down.
Netflix. Thumbs down.
Then I watched Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle, the Andy Serkis movie that's on Netflix.
Circus.
Andy Serkis, sorry.
How was
Mowgli.
Do not go into it thinking it's the Disney movie.
correct?
I wasn't going
Okay.
to.
And that's what, I guess for some reason a lot of people went into thinking that. I don't know why. Because obviously Disney had their own live action.
I don't even know why they made this movie.
Well, the whole...
Even going into it with Jungle Book being such a big hit, why do you need to make your
Because
own version of it?
What happened is Warner Brothers went, we're going to make a
We're
Jungle
big.
Book movie, and Disney went, okie doke, us too.
Yeah. And they had a lot of production issues that
Disney
slowed
was
it down.
better.
Because
People say it was better because it reflected what everyone thought Jungle Book was. Which was
Which
the
one, this
cartoon,
yeah, everybody's story of the Jungle Book is,
the Disney,
Disney
version
version.
of Jungle Book.
Yeah,
that's not the actual
That's
story.
not actually, yeah. So Jungle
I
Book,
like that one better.
Me too.
yeah, everyone
It
does.
does. That's
Yeah.
why Disney makes money. Because they
Yeah.
take a story that's actually brutal and horrible, and they go, hey,
Hey!
Disney.
Yeah. It
Very
sounded
Disney.
like
Yeah.
it sounded like they want to make a bunch of movies that's because Jungle Book, Mowgli's only like a part of Jungle Book.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they maybe wanted to go with other parts of Jungle Book, like eventually. Like
All I
almost
know
make it
is
like a
this
series.
this thing got a huge cast. WB was producing it.
Very big
The,
cast.
the
Holy
Disney
cow.
movie came out, and Warner Brothers went, well, we're not going to do this well.
Yeah.
So they sold it to Netflix.
Yeah. And
So is it darker then?
it's people say it's darker, and I guess so. There's some stuff that was not child friendly, like
Parents dying.
no, it
Come
wasn't
on now,
that.
that's in
It
every
wasn't
Disney
that. Yeah,
movie.
that's
Yeah, but
it's-
this is a little more
That's like-
graphic.
no,
That's like
actually,
Darren-
you
that's-
actually don't see his
Yeah,
parents die. It's other animals dying.
That happened in
I
the new
guess.
Jungle Book.
Yeah, that happened.
That caught me so
Yeah.
off
Testing.
There it is.
Testing.
You got to start all over again.
Brian hates the world of light.
Don't sing it again.
But we don't know where it stopped.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, the one annoying thing
In
that
Super
annoys
Smash
me
Brothers.
is the World of Light song that keeps playing and playing and playing.
Yes.
And even though there's a ton of music in this game,
Yes.
that song keeps coming up very often, and it's gone to my brain.
What was the song again?
Da, 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 da.
That one.
It's actually the Super Smash Brothers theme song, but they like slowed it
Words.
down
Yeah.
and added words to
Words
it.
to it, yeah.
I don't know.
And the words aren't da da da. There's actually a person
Yeah.
singing.
What's the words?
I don't know.
Uh,
It was only in the
I
trailer.
can't
they
remember.
played though, yeah.
Maybe
Like, it's only-
maybe if you
only
keep
fair.
singing, I'll get the words eventually.
In the world of light, there is Super Smash with Pikachu and ice climbers like that.
Sound familiar?
I got the tune. I don't think I got
Yeah.
the vocals.
No, but I've tried, yeah.
World of Light's fun, ish, for some of the challenges, but I feel like I'm running all over, and I've run into walls wherever I
Yes.
go, and I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Other than unlock more stickers to like try and or souls, spirits to amplify my guy's power.
Yeah, some of the spirits are like, meh.
Yeah, and then some of them it's like, oh, this spirit is specifically to fight this one guy who has like lava on the floor. 'Cause
Yeah,
lava doesn't affect me anymore, and it's like, oh. But I got into one match where wind is constantly blowing you to the left of the screen, and you can't swim. Well, I have a spirit that allows me to swim forever, so I'm like, done and done.
Yeah, there's one
I
with...
still get blown off the left side of the screen. Now I'm just in the water getting blown off to the left side. of the
That's
screen,
great.
and I'm
And
like,
you lose.
and I lose,
You lose,
constantly,
yeah.
over and over
So
and
you
over.
need to be heavy.
So you need to find a spirit that obviously weighs you down, if that exists. I don't know if it
Or
does,
starts-
because I don't have one.
Maybe you should play more.
Um,
What was the theme song again? I love how you're stabbing him.
Yeah, the instigator of all this.
he's closer, and he's the source of the sound.
But if you repeat it enough, I'll get the sound too.
Classic mode's fun. I do enjoy
Yeah,
classic
I do
mode.
like
Smash mode's nice because you can save rule sets.
Mm-hmm. You can make your own rules.
You make your own rule sets. You can save
cheating.
them. Well, no.
No, no.
Like, you know, if you've ever played Super Smash Brothers, usually you always change it to 3 stock, 0 time limit.
Yeah.
So
no
you
items. This item.
You now save that as a thing and can name it. So you can say, like, play this one with friends, and that's the one that's 3 stock, all, like, items turn to high, unlimited time, whatever. I've named one of them, like, 3 stock transforms final smash, so you can build up your smash meter.
Yeah.
The level changes at random intervals between 2 different stages, and it's 3 stock.
Yeah, I've made one where it's 1 stock,
Yep.
but you have to win 3 different times on 3 different maps or something.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool that you can
It's kinda-
save them, because before, every time it would start timed 2 minutes, you know, items at normal, this and that and everything. Then you have to, okay, 3 stock, 0 time limit, go up to the thing, items to high, this,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, this time you can legitimately just be like beam sword fight, 1 life, final destination. Like, you can set the whole thing, so you hit the button, select your players, and all it is beam swords, and you're smacking each other.
Yeah.
And name it Star Wars.
I hear I need to get this game then.
It's a very good game.
You can try it after we are done
Yes.
for
Hey,
a
on
match.
the time.
I know. We're on. Well, we have you left. How long is you?
I might go on for a bit.
You might.
Spoilers.
Either way, yeah, Super Smash, good game.
I'll stab from the left if you stab from the front. I'm kidding, I love you!
Look what I can do, guys.
Oh.
That's right.
We're off the air.
Yeah. I like it. I've tried all the modes.
I've tried all the modes. Yeah. Classic mode, and each classic mode's different depending on the character, so it's small spoiler, I guess. But if you play as, if you play as Ryu, that one, they actually make it a stamina battle.
Okay.
All the fights are stamina, so you
yeah.
actually punch, and they have a life bar essentially.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So they make it as Street Fighter-esque as
Yeah,
they
yeah.
possibly,
Yeah.
but only for him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. If you're playing as, Mario, your last battle isn't against Master Hand, it's against Giga Bowser. If you're playing against Link, the last boss is Ganon. Ganon, the big pig. Like, he
big pig.
transforms.
With giant swords.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so they changed up how the story goes. If you play as Pikachu, you go through a bunch of Pokemon
So what
battles.
if? So how do you decide which character you unlock?
So each character has a set character that they'll unlock first. So
So you have to play as everybody to unlock.
Not necessarily.
else.
So each character can unlock like 6 or 7 different
Yeah.
people. So you can play through as Mario 6 times and unlock a new person.
So then you
each
have to
time.
move on to someone.
Then you have
else.
to move on to someone
Yeah,
else eventually.
yeah.
Yeah. So like
But does it repeat or does it always go to the one you don't have? So if you play Mario 6 times.
Yeah.
On like say the 4th round, do you play maybe someone you went against the previous 3?
No. No,
It
if
always-
you've
it's
unlocked,
always
if you've
something new?
unlocked that challenger, you'll never see
Yeah.
new challenger approach ever again from that
Okay.
character.
Yeah.
They're just in your menu now.
And if you
Okay.
fail to unlock, I've done that a couple
Me too.
times.
There's a
They
little
get
door.
into a vault or door.
There's a little
or
door that
something.
you can actually just challenge them again with
Yeah.
whatever character you want. Which
I
is
haven't
kinda
gone
nice.
to that.
Oh, it's good.
And it's just
Do
like
it.
that, or do you have to go through the whole thing again?
No, you just have to fight that one
you just
character.
have
You
to
just
fight
have
that
to
one
beat that one character.
Yeah.
So I like if I lose that fight, I'm like, all right. Then you do another fight, and then the door unlocks.
Yeah.
So I'll go through a couple, and if I lose, like all of a sudden there's 3 challengers waiting, and I'm like, let's just get these guys done. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fun to remember which characters I do not have as they appear. Like
Yeah.
I started a game today, and I unlocked Duck Hunt,
Nice.
but I forgot he was a character until I legitimately. It's like new challenger approaches, and it's the silhouette of the dog and the duck, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's in this game.
So I was like, what's that Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Pikachu.
it is for half the because all of a sudden Pichu appeared, and I'm like, oh yeah, that little runs back in the game too.
Little run.
I can beat a CPU 9 with items.
Good for you.
I find I die a lot if I'm stupid. Like, I find, like, the reason why I die in these is because I do something absolutely,
Yeah,
like, I
that's
shouldn't have done
usually
that.
That's
how
every
you
fighting
die.
game.
Uh,
That's every fighting game. If you
Every game in general. You do
True.
something stupid.
well, there's
just to
sometimes
come-
you get, like, when I play against him, he's got, like, skill. And then I, like, just die at his
he has
hand,
good.
right?
you should see me play football.
I don't find the CPUs have...
The reason we win together when we play is because neither one of us is that good. Or we both make
It's a
those
toss of a
mistakes.
coin.
Yeah, we both make those mistakes. It's like we play football together, and it's like Brian, catch,
Thanks, Nick!
interception.
That's not where you're supposed to be running. Run the route.
I thought this was a running play. Nah, I felt like playing catch with Brian. Yeah, no, Smash Bros. Good game, and yeah, the unlocking characters is much easier if you play classic mode. Now, to be fair, I have been playing each time once with each character, just because you get a different version of the arcade mode. Each time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun, and I just want to see what they do for each person. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this one's gonna finish
They
off
have
this way, this
little
one's gonna finish
nice
off this
things
way.
for each.
But I told Tony to like play as K. Rool
Yeah.
to unlock Snake, because my K. Rool unlocked Snake, but that's only because I unlocked the first person in K. Rool's.
Okay.
So
Does
like,
he have Snake yet?
I don't know. Other than that, like
I
he's
thought he said he didn't.
no, because he's like, well,
Yeah,
I
he
fought the big
isn't.
boss, and I figured that that's what you were talking about because it was a big robot, and it was like like Metal Gear, and I'm like, no, like I unlocked Snake by playing as K. Rool. Play as K. Rool more, you will unlock Snake. Or if you play Smash and play in general, the characters unlock in a systematic order. And if you play the story mode, they unlock as you unlock them in the story mode. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of characters to unlock, though. Once you're done unlocking them, there's costume pieces to
Sounds
unlock.
like it's trophies.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what the spirits are trophies. There are milestones you can hit to unlock those. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. So either way, Smash Bros.
Smash Bros.
Go.
Go.
Okay, we'll start with Battlefront because we already kind of touched on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can play in single player.
Well, you guys have been doing all that multiplayer and Smash stuff. I've been playing through the single player.
Nice.
It's exactly where I thought the story would go. I kind of figured it would go this way. It's pretty much the same as
It's the same as online, but
online.
yeah.
You're just fighting AIs.
AIs instead.
And that's why I wanted to jump into the Starfight because I've done a few of them, so I knew what I was doing. Kind of. Apparently not.
All of a sudden, humans got into the picture, and things
started
changed.
Screwing me up.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean it's.
It's worth the $10 or $11
Yeah.
or whatever.
You get to play as heroes. I'm in the story.
Nice.
You just don't play as her.
Oh, nice.
You go with other people.
Yeah.
Just
That's
for
good.
specific missions.
Obviously.
And each hero has their own like mission and stuff. Like
Yeah. Like when I was yelling at it with you guys, I was playing as a certain hero that I wouldn't normally play with.
Mm.
And I probably won't during multiplayer after this. Yeah, good story so far. I think I'm halfway done.
oh, nice.
I do. I feel bad for Battlefront 2's launch. Like they've put
They
together.
heard it.
They did a good. It's a good
They
game.
put together a good game. They screwed up by putting in things that they shouldn't have put in at the beginning.
But I don't think that was the actual like game.
That was not DICE.
design. No, that was
Because DICE
the-
has never done that kind of thing before.
Yeah.
That was an EA decision given to DICE from EA, and it's
Yeah.
like now, like I say, I think we've gotten the game that DICE wanted us to have. It's just
Yes.
unfortunate because we all got it for $10 to $15,
Yeah,
Whatever, it still sales.
which is good for us, not as good for them.
not as good for them. Yeah.
And playing as these heroes, I do get other emotes.
Nice
Oh,
for the heroes.
cool.
Yes,
I
the
should-
heroes I play as.
So I should play the single player.
If you care about the emotes.
For the
Have
is
you
it just
seen?
for the heroes?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's just
okay.
the hero emotes.
Well, that's okay. You've seen me like in the battlefield.
I only need my one. Or my battle droid that tells me this is not.
I've
the
only
droid
played
you're
as
looking
2 heroes, though.
for. Oh yeah.
I'm on the 3rd one right now. But, yeah.
These are not the droids you are looking for.
No,
From
he's
a
not
droid.
there.
Roger.
Roger.
He's not there.
What, my droid that says
Obi-Wan.
I know Obi-Wan's not there. They just added him.
He's not in the story.
Oh, duh, they just added him.
But I mean,
He's supposed to be getting an arcade level.
It kind, I guess. Is it kind of part of the movie?
What?
This game.
It's supposed to.
It's
I believe it's.
separate, or is it
I
part
believe
of
it's
it?
canon
Okay.
because this game was made after the Disney purchase, so it is supposedly.
It's
canon.
part of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of fills in the details of what happened after
Andor.
Blowy Up.
Oh, okay.
So it adds a little more to the story that that the Empire hasn't really like totally. Oh
Not
no!
dead.
No,
Like,
they're
but they haven't fallen back and saying, "Oh, we're screwed now." They're okay. This is our next plan.
They've destroyed the Death Star before. We've got this.
got this.
It's there. Okay, this is the next plan. He gave us orders before he died. This
Yeah.
is what we're gonna follow through with these orders.
I honestly feel well, and again, that's what would happen. It's not like
Yeah, it wouldn't just,
it's
like-
not like you kill the
The
head
head.
general guy, and it's like, well,
Gotta
Clean
find a
up
new
here,
job.
yeah.
But it's good to know that. That it's continued.
Yeah.
On. But yes. Other ones. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
played a little bit of Pokemon. Let's go.
Pokemon.
I have the Pikachu version. So
Yes,
if you
you
need
do.
trades,
Oh, I want Sandshrew.
you should have Growlithe and 2.
He has
I have Sandshrew, Growlithe,
Growlithe and
and
Osh.
Osh.
Yeah, I did get an Arcanine.
yeah, we can
From
trade
that
for
one
one in our
lady.
game.
Yeah.
There's one who just gives us an Arcanine in the game, and I'm like, but I want Growlithe.
Yeah, I know. I
I
want
wanna start
Growlithe.
down.
Well, could you breed the Arcanine?
Yeah,
I
you
think, in our
technically,
game? Yeah.
but you'd have to find a Ditto first.
Yeah,
I don't know if I found one yet.
I haven't.
I found wild Porygons. That's exciting.
I haven't found that either.
Witcha!
I'm
And then a guy
also-
gave me a
I've-
Porygon.
I'm
Yeah.
also just only 3 badges in.
I'm 5, but I skipped a gym.
You skip a gym. Can you do that?
After a certain gym, you can. I got to 5. Now 2.
You don't have to do the gyms in order anymore.
No.
It's kind of exciting.
Huh.
You just have to meet whatever the requirement is at the beginning of the gym.
Yeah. So you know how that guy always is like.
Yeah, you have to have
Yeah.
this, and this.
Your Pokemon, you have to show me at least a Pokemon over level this. And I'm like, well, my Eevee can kick everything's butt. So
Yeah.
here's my Eevee.
Here's my Eevee.
Right, and-
Here's my Eevee.
And
Here's my
that's my Pikachu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it runs over
everything.
pretty much
Everything.
Because
Yeah.
of one move.
I have a couple moves. There's that guy in the Pokemon centers that teaches
I
you.
only
that's
saw,
just-
I've
yeah.
only seen him once.
Oh, if you
Oh,
see
okay,
him,
you
the
see him.
further you get, the more moves he has.
Yeah.
And you can just keep.
Okay, what's your special move do?
One of my special moves cures all status ailments on all my Pokemon,
Awesome.
and does damage, and puts a reflecting shield on me.
All in one move. Or is
No,
that
no,
two
no,
separate?
that's
No.
just, no. It's,
That's 2 steps. Sorry, I'm thinking 2
yeah.
separate ones.
I have 4. Yeah, you can actually choose them all and teach them all to your.
Well, there's like
But
8
I'm
moves
curious
that
as
guy
to
has.
how it matches
Oh.
with mine.
My guy has one move that, yeah, it's a dark move that puts a reflect shield up.
Mhm.
I have that one, and then I have the other one that does fairy damage and cures all status ailments on my guys.
That's good.
And then I can pick 2 more.
I got a move that I really like with Pikachu
Yes.
called, I don't know if you know it, Zippy Zap.
That's,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all,
that-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I get to go first every time,
Yeah.
and it hits critical every time.
I know.
Does
Like,
it paralyze them too?
Nope.
No, that's
That's a
Because they
That's-
don't last that long.
meh.
Oh,
But that's the thing.
It's
Is
literally
like,
walking into a fight,
Bam.
Zippy Zap, I'm done.
zippy zap, zippy zap, zippy
I'm
zap.
done.
Yeah, they really overpowered the
Main
the starting Pokemon.
I'm
Yeah.
curious as if I can give him a Thunderstone.
No.
Same with the Eevee.
Yeah.
You can't. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to catch another Pikachu and evolve
I don't know
that.
if I've
you
ever
want
seen
Raichu.
another Pikachu. Well, I mean,
They're in the Viridian Forest.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I walked into the forest right, like headed toward Brock's gym, and I'm like, oh, a Bulbasaur. Catch. Walk a little bit further. Ooh, a Pikachu.
Yeah.
Catch, and I'm like,
Oh, I know.
damn, I'm filling out this Pokedex.
There's Eevees.
I caught a Squirtle before they even offered it to me.
Yeah. I mean,
There's that trouble one. I caught one before even they offered it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like the one I caught better than I like this one.
Well, it's actually, I'm looking at my thing now, and I'm like, because I've been leveling up my Squirtle. And I'm trying to create different teams. Like, I always do that with the remake of Pokemon Red and that kind of stuff. Cause
I just go with, okay, what gym am I going next? Okay, we're going to load this up with this guy.
That's the biggest piece is, yeah, it's like, oh, I'll just bring these guys in.
I'm trying to remember which one comes next.
Yeah.
Try and do that.
If you ask Google, they tell you the weaknesses. It works as a Pokedex. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could legitimately just be like, watch
Or
this.
Bulbapedia or something.
Not even, watch this. Okay, Google.
I don't have that, though.
I know you don't. Oh, as it starts to work. Okay, Google. What is grass type weak against?
Fire.
The first two are bug and ice. I have 5 answers in total.
Fire.
Bam!
Pokedexed.
Fire.
Fire,
easy.
flying,
Flying.
poison. I picked an easy one on purpose.
Come on.
But that's what I mean. Like I can just sit there with my phone now because it's always been my problem is with all the types in the game now. I'm like I don't.
I know, right?
The thing I'm
Especially
really
the new
loving
types.
is going through the caves.
Oh yeah.
So much easier now.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not random battles.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's, hey, there's a poke. I want to avoid this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to get through
Walk
this
around.
thing.
I really like that feature too.
Yeah,
I
I
really-
really
it's
hope
nice
that
knowing
makes
where
it into the
everything is.
next, like the Gen 8 game that's coming out or whatever the next Gen game is next year.
Oh, so much
Yeah.
I really hope, I hope Pokemon battles are back.
Yeah.
Like, I want to weaken a Pokemon by fighting it.
I'm okay with this.
But I honestly wouldn't mind, like, after you've weakened the Pokemon and you use a Pokeball, if I have to, like, floop.
I'm
And
okay with this one.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with
It's
I
like
found
Safari
that-
Zone.
But I found
Yeah.
those type of thing under. I don't want to weaken my guys down trying to catch this,
Oh, I see.
Pokemon.
I see.
Yeah.
so I can focus my health on actual
On battles.
And I get that piece too. But, like, if they got rid of the combo system for the main game, but still had the Pokemon running around in the wild, you could avoid every Zubat because you're like, I don't need damn Zubat.
Yeah, damn
Like,
Zubat.
I'll just skip them. Ooh,
Well,
an Onix
hey,
appeared.
And the candies? I don't understand the candies.
In the game,
Yeah.
they increase your Pokemon stats
Yeah. Permanently.
permanently, so you can increase your speed and this and that. And
They
everything else.
replace like iron and protein, or what were those
Yeah,
other ones you
iron,
can find? in
protein,
the store?
calcium.
I
Calcium.
don't think I've ever used one. So
Use them all. You will get a ton.
Or
Just,
sell
just
them.
use them or sell them or.
and buy more Pokeballs.
I'm not actually having issues with Pokeballs.
No, me.
No, me neither.
I'm being very specific on which ones I want to catch.
Oh, I'm not. I went on a tear and caught 75 Geodudes.
I don't need the Geodude, so
I didn't need them either, but the whole thing is like the combo. Like, you know, you get to 31 and it's supposed to spawn like rarer Pokemon or stronger Pokemon. Yeah,
Mhm,
that's the
yeah,
shtick. 'Cause
yeah.
as soon as you get to 31, that's like the max number of combo points.
okay.
Then your chances of shinies appearing is greater and
Oh, I
stronger
see.
Pokemon. So what I was doing was I'm like, I want a Ponyta with the blue fire flame thingy. So I went and caught 31 Geodudes. And then I went over to where the Ponytas come from,
Mm-hmm.
and I walked up and down hoping that one would spawn, and none spawned. And
spawned.
I'm like, well, back to the Geodudes I go, so I went and caught more, because I'm like, this will increase chances. And then at one point I'm just like, how high can the number go?
So there's only the combo though.
Yes.
Can I catch something else in the meantime?
Nope. Because
Well,
that
see, then
breaks
I'm
the
not gonna-
combo.
See, that's what I'm not gonna do either. That's just
You also gain mad experience the higher that combo thing is.
I
Yeah.
don't care.
And tons of candies.
Ding 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 ding
and
ding ding
like
ding.
400 tough candies.
Yeah.
From my Rhyhorn
See,
spree.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really. I'm not doing that. I'm
Oh,
catching whatever's there. And
Legitimately, it started at 31, and then I'm just like, how high can the number go? Aha! Aha! Geodude! Ah,
75
Geodude!
apparently.
Guess how many? No shinies.
No, 0 shinies.
75
Have you got
Geodudes.
one shiny yet? Like,
No,
like
not in the
anything
game.
appear.
No, I've transferred some in.
Yeah, but none just appear.
I transferred a shiny Eevee in just to screw it. Like, I'm like, see, Eevee, this is what you should look like.
yes. No, I've only played handheld too.
That, me too.
I haven't tried just on
It's
the
so
big
nice
TV.
in bed, like to play that.
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, handheld mode is, and again, it's the more comfortable way because it's a Pokemon game.
Yes.
But I on the TV, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
It does.
But the controller piece of it throws I can't.
Can't do that. Can't flick your wrist.
I can't. Not the proper way. Like when I'm playing handheld, I can almost get great excellence.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
super easy.
bloop, 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 I'm good. As soon as I go onto the TV, I'm like, and the ball's like, blah, and I'm like,
I do hope, like in the Gen 8 game, they change it so that if it's green and I get an excellent throw, I am guaranteed to catch that sucker.
But again, that's my piece of if we can battle the Pokemon
And weaken them.
and then catch them with
Yeah.
the circle thing,
No.
and that just
but
increases
you can do that
your
with the
chances.
legendary birds, though, right?
You can, but you have to beat them
Yeah.
Yeah.
before you get the
Zippy
5-minute timer to
zap.
catch them.
Zippy zap.
That's all I'm doing.
I haven't gotten. I've seen Zapdos. I walked by him because I'm like, I ain't ready for that.
Oh,
fight
I haven't
yet.
seen any legendaries yet.
Snorlax is the same thing.
Oh,
You
yeah,
wake
Snorlax,
Snorlax
I got
up, you have to beat him,
him.
and then you can get him.
And that's the only place you can catch him again.
Well, there's two
As far as I
locations.
know.
Snorlax
Yeah,
is
there's
in
two
locations.
Snorlaxes.
So if I screw up on both of them, I don't have a Snorlax.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I have two. You can have one of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was not hard to catch Snorlax once
Well, I
I
don't
beat
know
him.
if it
Yeah.
runs away.
Also, his circle is huge.
if it
He
runs
doesn't
away,
run.
though.
You have 5
Yeah.
minutes to catch him.
What if I don't catch him in that fight? It keeps escaping.
I don't know what happens.
I never wanted to
I-
let it happen.
Yeah, I caught him.
That's a lot of time. It's a lot
A
of
lot
time.
of time.
I think so, but
Lot of time. Either way,
5 minutes passes super quick.
zippy zap.
Zippy zap him.
You just said like the foolproof way of catching a Snorlax. Just zippy zap.
Zippy
the
zap.
guy.
Well, that's gonna weaken him. That's not gonna catch him.
No. You have to legitimately
You have to
kill
get him down all the way
In
to
5
0.
minutes,
Yes, and then it goes to the catch screen.
which stays there forever.
I guess so. I caught a
so.
Snorlax
On a
without
first try?
any issues. I don't know.
I caught 2 Snorlax.
I have 2 Snorlaxes.
I will trade
He
one
was
in.
not difficult to catch.
I'll trade him. I'll grind him into candy.
Both of them. I need
Just
no
one.
Snorlaxes.
Just one. No, I gotta catch them all.
I know.
That's the purpose of this.
You can just transfer them from your game.
Eh.
My problem is I never get the
don't
first
want
like
to.
Kanto Pokemon appearing anymore in
Yeah.
my Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I launch it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I don't want to I want to keep all of them in this game, so only doubles am I going to transfer in.
Have you made it to the Safari Zone?
Yes. It's not actually the Safari Zone, it's the transfer zone now, but yeah.
What do you mean it's transfer zone?
It's the place you go now to transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go to the game. They
Yeah.
got rid of the Safari Zone.
Oh, okay. So like the Tauros and that are
Tauros are in a different place.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go to where the
Okay.
Safari Zone used to be,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Welcome to like the Link place,
Yeah.
the daycare
Oh,
place,
so
or
I
whatever."
don't care about that place then.
Unless you legitimately want it.
No.
The nice thing is,
I don't want to just because I want to try and just do it
here's the cool
old
thing.
school way.
Well, and one, there's I'll tell you this before you just completely go like, I'm not doing that. If you take the Pokemon from here and transfer them in, they stay in that park. You don't actually get their Pokedex info until you
No.
click on them and go like, I wish to take this Pokemon into my like game, and then it will transfer it in.
I don't think. I'd
Otherwise, you
approach
can
that.
just play like games where you can run around with like Pikachu's and
Yeah.
stuff.
You can battle.
Shelter!
See, you just said none of the original guys show up, and then there's Shelter.
I already have Shelter. Lots of Shelter.
Can I fish some point?
No. Once you learn to surf, that's how you catch water Pokemon.
Is Pikachu gonna surf for
He,
me?
he gets a surfboard.
Oh, okay.
And you stand on the surfboard, and he stands on the surfboard, and you surf.
Hey,
That's another thing too. I like that is the
He
moves
learns
automatically happen. You don't need to go. Oh, Pokemon.
They
Move.
learn.
Yeah,
They
and
learn.
it doesn't take a move set.
They learned
Respawn.
that from Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
where it was like you now have you didn't have HM slaves anymore in your party. Like you had
Yeah.
that one Pokemon who had like cut and flash,
Yeah.
strength, and
That's
you're
the
like,
only, no, that's the only reason why you kept them around.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, who wants Flash?
I got through those caves without it.
Back in the old day.
Yeah, he
Back
like
in the old
remembered.
Yeah, that's
No, I would
once
just-
again. No, I like that's why I like going through this cave now. It's like
Yeah, the caves are nice.
Rhyhorn. Yeah, I'm avoiding that. I caught about a dozen of those. Don't need to catch anymore. Yeah, good game. I
It
just,
is a
I
good
just haven't played it in a while.
There's aspects of that game I wish to make it into the mainline game, and there's parts of the mainline game that I want to stay the same.
Yeah.
They need to bring it to the second generation. Though.
Yes, it would be nice, honestly, if instead of doing like another Let's Go game, they again, and I say this with most Pokemon games, and I get the reason we haven't done it on the other systems is handheld. Well, now we could legitimately do, you know, DLC that is this region, like this region DLC,
Yeah.
You could.
and charge me $40 or whatever, and just be like, hey, there you go.
Like, oh,
I'd
thank
be
you.
okay with that.
Yeah, and just download the next region, keep moving on with your Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Or do what the show does and be like, you're going on a trip. You can only take your Eevee. Bye!
Nope.
And you're like, but I have a Charizard. No, bye-bye!
I have a level 100 Charizard.
But he can fly me there. Nope, bye!
This is the only way to go.
Yeah. Oh. By the way, your Eevee's a level 1 again. Aww.
It's a new area. It has not adapted to this area.
Yeah. Your Eevee hasn't adapted. Your Eevee's Kanto level is 100. Your Eevee's like Shino region or whatever the second one is level 5.
0. Yeah. You're back to the start.
And your currency doesn't work here.
I would be, you know what, I would be okay with
The
the currency
currency would be
moving over
fine.
because really, what? I'm gonna buy more Pokeballs.
Or you can start with a new starter.
But if they were like, because this is supposed to emulate more of the show kind of thing, where you've got like that one, like Pikachu always goes to new places, but for whatever reason will lose to a Snivy.
Yeah, I know.
Can kill Mewtwo, but all of a sudden, like, we're in a new region. This Snivy like throws a leaf at him, and he's like, "Ah, dead."
Oh my god.
How did that Snivy win?
Your dog's staring at me.
Stupid Snivy. Meat.
Yeah, that's a look.
She's like, I heard the door open. Where? Oh,
Person.
Another thing I've been playing, Spyro.
yeah.
Reignited.
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 Not remastered. Sorry.
Not reignited.
My bad.
It's not remastered. It's reignited.
Not
He got
remastered.
relit.
Yeah, the proper way.
not in the
Not a
Skylander.
Skylander.
Not in the Skylander game.
So happy this came out.
Good game.
It looks good.
Oh, yeah.
It looks
Made
good.
nice
It's
improvements.
As I said to my brother, I forgot how easy this game was.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's not that it's bad. It's just super easy. Which I mean, it's from PS1, so it's
Yep.
not going to be super hard. But it's
Now the Crash Bandicoot remastered stuff
I didn't like.
was very much like the jumps were the same. So like if you were off by your jump, you'd fall down the hole. Like it was very much old school. Have they improved upon Spyro to the point where it's like, oh yes, we've made all the textures nice, but it's also when Spyro lands, he lands properly, or
I think so. I like when you burn the grass.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it did. I don't think it did in the original, where it actually gives a charred look to it
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It obviously comes back, but it blowing flame to kill someone and it
you
cover
see
that
the,
area.
You see the arc.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
Which is kind of a cool little feature, and it looks pretty.
Yeah.
The gliding took a little bit used to again.
Yeah.
Well, because it's very specific.
Okay.
Like trying to get to places, it just
Yep.
hopping. Trophies, super weird in this.
Oh.
They're very level specific.
Oh, really?
They're not beat level.
Yeah.
It's do something specific in
in
this
the
level.
This level
Really threw me off.
that you don't even need to do for the actual game. Like it's
No,
It's like just random. Seems random.
Like one where I have to go burn 5 of these specific type of mushrooms.
Oh.
It's like okay.
Interesting. So you have to go
Why?
find them. Yeah.
It's very specific to it. I think the final trophies are that I have to collect everything, all the gems, all the dragons, because that's how you get into the secret world. If you his vault or whatever.
I see.
But other than that, it's
His secret vault.
Well, I didn't. I totally forgot about the vault because I went to in the final area. There's 3 dragon heads that you have to open up, and I open up the second one, and there he is. I'm like, wait, that's okay. Oops. But yeah, I think it's worth it. I don't remember ever playing number 2 or 3, so that'll be new to me.
Never played any of them.
You should play them. It's a very simple game.
I think I played them on the PS3.
It wouldn't have been on the PS3.
Did they not release a collection? Was there no
I don't
Spyro
think so.
collection?
No, because they had Skylanders at that point.
Oh, right.
I know that, but I thought they released a Spyro collection.
Pretty sure there wasn't.
I remember flying around as a purple drake. Maybe I got them on PlayStation Plus or something.
Ah.
PS Now?
Yeah, not PS Now, but just as a because you can get PS1 games every once in a while.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe that way. I don't know. I thought I had Spyro.
I mean, like, it's a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
If you've played them before, it's
Well, that's
fun
even
to
like
come back.
that's even like us talking about, or you and Ross. It was actually quite funny because the Video Game Awards happened.
Yeah.
And it was like, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance came out for the Switch, and it was like, Ross one complained, like I talked about it last week, but like he sent me a text to make sure that his voice was heard. Being an exclusive was like the worst thing ever, but I'm like, that one excites me. I'm done. Like, I was out of games to be excited about, and then it's like Crash Team Racing, and I'm like, but I have Mario Kart.
But that's...
And you and Ross were both very excited about that one,
Oh,
whereas, like, even Tony sitting there going, nope, Mario Kart, because he's like, I remember back in the day, that was the, like, if you had a PlayStation, not an N64, you Crash Team raced.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or there was Mario Kart, so
Yeah,
it's...
that's why I like Crash Team Racing. I just don't like Crash Bandicoots.
Yeah.
I miss Diddy
really
Kong
weird.
Racing.
Yeah, no, that one
I
can
like
come back.
Diddy Kong Racing. Anyways.
One day.
Never, because Rare is owned by
Yeah.
Microsoft. So unless it comes out on Microsoft, then they can't use Diddy Kong, and then really things get,
Yeah. Dicey.
dicey. Yeah.
D Racing.
DK rate. Oh no, can't do that one either.
Yeah.
D Racing.
That's a completely different game.
Yeah.
They had that one in Mario Party. Remember, shake the can.
Yeah. Only other thing I played for the last month, Red Dead.
The first one.
Oh, the first one.
Redemption.
I haven't played the second one.
So
I wanted to play. If I ever got the second one, I wanted to have this one beat
Yeah.
before so I knew what was going on.
you made it to Mexico.
I'm done.
I made it to Mexico. That's the last thing I remember in that game. Or no, I was headed to Mexico.
Yeah, no, that's like a third of the way through.
I know, and that's why I stopped playing, because it's like, I made it to Mexico, and I'm like, I feel like I'm coming to the end of this story, and then I saw online, and it's like, Mexico, 1/3 of the way, and I went, I'm like, Nick out.
I don't know.
I had fun.
I mean,
Will they release the first one for PS4?
no, because it's on PS Now.
Yeah.
If you want it.
You can pay $24 a month or whatever for PS Now.
And the PS3 games are the ones they don't let you download.
Yeah.
Which is, I see why, because that's such a big catalog of games.
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
It is.
It's huge. I think for me with this game, it was the same as I did with Avatar when I watched that.
Yep.
It's been such a long time since this release
Yeah.
Mhm.
that it's kind of was overhyped for me.
I see.
That I went into this, I played the game. It's good story and everything. It's a good game,
Yeah.
but it's like it's not a great game
It's not yeah.
for me. Like what?
I own it.
What? Red
The
Dead?
first one.
You do?
Somewhere.
Keep talking.
Okay.
He'll find it with his.
Yeah, I'll find my memory cards.
But yeah, I mean that's the same feeling I had with Avatar.
Yeah.
Like I watched that like so many years after that thing got released,
I
And
still
then-
haven't seen Avatar.
and
Really?
No, James Cameron's Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Still no.
and it's that one was overhyped. It was an okay movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't great. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like the duels though.
Working on it.
In that,
The
Driver?
duels are really good.
well, it slows down time, and you have to
Yeah.
shoot before they do.
Oh, okay.
So because then it puts
It's a
your
really
cursor,
good way of doing
it puts your
a
cursor
quick
down,
draw.
so you
quick
have to
draw.
move with your
Yeah.
left stick up, and then start firing.
Ooh.
And I found out a couple times I can't just press it once.
Yeah. You have to like.
No, you
Oh,
gotta
oh
shoot
no!
their faces.
After a while, it was as I'm going up their leg, it's boom, 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 and I'm getting to their chest and they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or as the final one, because I got really good at it eventually, where I started at his chest, boom, 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 and then started working my way up to his head. I know.
That's Clint Eastwood stuff.
Yeah, he's gone pro, yo. Oh man, the Saboteur, that was a good game.
It was a good game.
Climb the Eiffel Tower. Why? Cause.
Trophy.
I was gonna say there was a trophy at
Trophy.
the top of that tower.
Yeah. Well, I can't platinum Red Dead.
Why?
Online stuff.
Oh.
Online stuff is a pain in the butt to do, and it's such an old game that it's not gonna have.
No,
the-
it's
no
like
one's gonna
there's
be
no
on it,
players.
especially with Red Dead 2 out.
Exactly. Right.
Hey,
Found
yeah.
it.
You gonna pull out the Xbox for to play that?
I don't know where my Xbox is.
You're losing a lot of things
With
here.
my memory. I think my Xbox. Oh no, it used to be in a bag over there.
You're losing.
Oh, it's under there. We're good. I remember where my Xbox is.
Did you check there for?
I did check
price?
there.
There's this vortex of things just sucking your games away.
Yeah, I remember playing this game. Oh
I've
yeah, like every Rockstar game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You got a map?
Which I never saw the purpose of that because there's,
No, there's an in-game map.
Yeah.
This was legitimately just to like you could hang it up on your wall.
and even that wasn't. I didn't find that was super accurate.
No, it was legitimately just to look pretty.
Another poster. Yeah.
So you could say like Western Boulder State, like that's the you know
Yeah.
that's the you know.
I forget when
I was
I
kinda
forgot when
expecting the map
games
to
used to
be
do
bigger,
that.
though.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was.
I don't know who this person is.
That's the person that saves you right off the bat.
Oh, okay. Does she give me a horse?
Yes.
Yep. See, look at me go.
You could do something.
No, actually, you don't get anything because you're married now. You say that multiple times.
Yep.
In the game.
Oh.
That's like the first Rockstar game where that's not the point of any of it there.
You're trying to get back to your wife and kid.
Yep.
And
Oh,
any
that's very
prostitute that
touching.
comes up to you is like, I'm sorry, I'm married.
I honestly like it was one of those stories where I was not expecting that out of Rockstar because everything I'd known of Rockstar to that point was GTA.
Maybe in the
Was
second
raunchy?
one because it's a prequel.
I don't know.
You're not married. And you can do that type of stuff.
But it's not that I want to. It was just I was very amused by the fact that I'm playing a Rockstar game, and that's like that's one of the quintessential Grand Theft Auto things
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
is picking someone up on the side of the road, finding a quiet place, watching the car go up and down, and then
Yeah.
and then
And later on, then drive over.
yeah, exactly, get your money back. But you walk into a Western thing and you're like, they had entire buildings like for this,
Yeah, there was a
for this business, and it's like, nope, not in this one. And you're like,
Interesting.
oh,
interesting.
good on you,
Yeah.
Rockstar.
They've matured.
And then they made another Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Several.
Several, yeah.
No, they're stuck with one now. It's called Online, and they're done.
There's talks of 7
I know,
or 6.
6. Last one was 5, and then Online came with 5.
Massive amount of online.
It keeps coming.
But they're going to keep focusing on Red Dead Online now, so it's not going to.
Yeah.
It's Grand Theft Auto Online with horses.
Yes.
I
I
like
shoot the
horses.
horses. I don't aim for the cowboys. I shoot the horses.
That's how that's actually historically accurate.
What? Well,
People
because
would
they're
shoot the-
chasing, and
yeah.
sometimes it takes 2 shots to knock them down. So you go in that slow motion thing, aim for the horse's
Yeah.
head, and they go flipping over and run
Yeah,
off.
and they might die too when you.
Probably did the same thing when I played. I'm just giving them a look because it's all so bad.
It is very sad.
Well, it's sad.
But that's what people did in the
Well,
history
'cause
too.
again,
a
we-
bigger target.
Well, we shoot the car, not the person.
Exactly.
You shoot the head on the horse, and it's gonna go down. They're gonna flip over and maybe die themselves.
Exactly.
At least stop chasing you.
Yeah.
Well, they would. That's the
That's
point of it.
Well, they keep chasing you, but they couldn't.
Well,
go
because
there.
there's so many. At some points, there's so many guys chasing
That's
you.
when you just
That's
drop dynamite behind you.
there's no option for that.
Jump off the horse, drop your dynamite, get back on the horse, go.
That takes too long. No, there were so many guys chasing me that it's horse, horse,
360 no scope, yo. Jump on the horse.
It's a cowboy game.
I like cowboy.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
why there's
last-
no scope.
I think the last cowboy game I played was Gun, like way back.
Way
back.
That too.
Yeah, you have that too. And I thought that was a good game.
That was a good game.
That was
Gun
a
was
good game.
also a great
I
game.
don't think I ever played Gun.
People should play Gun. Well, you shouldn't play it anymore because it's a good
It's
game now.
it's
It
dated.
did not age well.
No.
But that's all I've played for
That's
the
fine.
month I've been in school. So this has
I'm
been
about to say okay.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
good stuff.
Gun's over there. It's also on my computer because I bought it for $3.
Yeah.
Movies.
Yes.
Go back a bit. Overlord.
Wow, we did go see that movie.
Yeah. Not as great as Tony built it up to be.
Tony really liked that movie.
I mean, it was a good movie,
It was
but
a very good movie, but it was not. Like,
I don't think I wouldn't classify it as great.
no.
And that's where the one I talked to a coworker about it, that she brought it up actually. She's like, "You like zombie movies?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're okay." And then she's, "Oh, I went and saw this." I'm like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "I was jumping." I'm like,
In Overlord?
"Yeah." I'm like,
I thought it was a
Really?
good action. Again, I
Isn't
thought
it-
it was a very good historical type war movie for a good portion of it.
like she jumped and got scared, and I'm like, "Yeah, I may have jumped, but I was never scared of that."
No, there was
movie."
no part where I was like,
But then I said the movie I did, was It. That was my movie where I'm like, okay, no. And she's like, no, I was fine with that.
Clearly, your coworker's broken.
Well, like, it's weird. Like,
It's very weird how what different brains do, like what affects different.
like she likes zombie movies. She goes to them all the time.
Yeah, but what affects different fight and flight response type things is.
I see a zombie and I'm not gonna panic.
It's good.
It's gonna go slow. Boom.
Yeah.
I see a clown though.
It's chasing you like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those suckers can
Those
go.
suckers! Oh my gosh.
And it can change into anything.
Well, that's the problem with It is but no, like Overlord, I thought was a good, like right off the bat, good historical type World War II flick.
Good.
Really well done. The action was good. The scenes were well shot. Like everything, it was a good movie.
I'll buy it when it comes
Yes,
out. But I'm
correct.
not
Like
gonna,
it's a movie that I will see again and
No, I wouldn't classify it.
No, it's
way
not.
up
It's
here.
not.
So I should see this.
yeah, you should
Some
see
point
You should
in my
absolutely
life.
wait
see
for one
this.
of us to buy it. We'll
Okay.
Do you like digital copies? Because I got a lot of digital copies.
Yeah, I take digital copies.
But yeah, like that's the thing with it was a good movie, and then it was really a what if scenario.
Oh,
Is it,
really?
though?
Well, because
Is it?
so that was the discussion was we know like the Nazis were doing experiments on
Yes,
people.
yes.
So this is the story of one of those experiments if it actually happened.
Okay.
You don't know that didn't actually
And
happen,
correct.
I know.
And if it worked out and subsequently
But I mean,
you know,
I think I mentioned it when we left. This stuff happened.
Yep.
Maybe not to this extent.
I was gonna say not to the like sci-fi extent
but
of
they
know,
did try resurrection
zombification.
and
Sure.
this zombie
Yeah.
stuff. And I mean, it's not like I don't know if there actually were zombies because I don't think they were actually dead. The more I think about it, I don't think anybody was actually dead.
They're just
Some
more
of the-
mindless.
no one was really. Some characters were dead, but pretty fresh dead.
I don't think they were dead.
Or badly maimed. But there was parts
there
where
was
yeah.
yes, that I remember that one, but that was
Either way, they were
Yeah,
working
but-
on regenerative stuff
big
and make you big,
super-
strong super soldier.
German
Really, it's actually a Captain America movie.
gone bad.
The Cap was just at a different Hydra base.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
So in the background, this guy going, "Hail Hydra!"
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's one guy in the background doing it wrong. He's really in
That's
charge.
him.
Yeah.
He's got it. But yes, you should go see this.
I should see that. I should
At least
see
give
that.
it a chance.
Yes. Still in theaters? No, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch I gotta.
Good movie. Like I honestly, I knew nothing going in.
I knew what it was.
Sometimes that's the best way to go into a movie.
Well, no, legit. These guys were like, we should go see a movie, and it's like, yeah, we should go see a movie because.
And I think Tony brought up Overlord. And
He
I'm like,
brought
I've
up-
seen the trailers.
I'm like, we should go see
okay.
Johnny English because Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
And you wanted to see Halloween, and Tony's like Overlord, and I'm like, sure.
Sure.
And so at that point in my mind, I'm like Johnny English or Halloween, and then it broke down to Halloween versus Overlord, and I'm like, I don't
care.
I don't care because like I know Halloween should be decent.
Oh, and it was from what the reviewers
Right.
say.
So that's why I'm like, but if you two are both into Overlord, like,
Well, no.
I'll go. And then I went, and I'm like, that was an enjoyable film. That was a good movie.
You had a good time.
I had a better time than Incredibles.
Oh, Tony's gonna hit you for
Theme of of today's show.
That's how much Nick didn't. I didn't
or
not like it.
a dislike of movies because you had your Mowgli movie.
Yeah.
He's disliking things over there.
It's not that I disliked it. Just didn't enjoy it.
It didn't meet your expectations.
Maybe I didn't really have. I don't know. Either way, continue. Overlord, good movie.
Yes. Yes.
Not a zombie movie. I wouldn't.
I don't know. It's really hard. To...
I classify it more as a monster sci-fi-ish type movie.
Yeah.
Science
I
fiction.
don't know. If, well, I don't know if we go sci-fi, but
Science
monster.
fiction. It's science fiction. It's science. That's science. Injecting people with a serum that makes them into a monster is science. It's not sound science, but it's science.
It's fine.
It's a way of doing it.
Yeah.
Another one I watched was Mad Max 2.
Oh yes.
Oh, how's that?
Not the Beyond the Thunderdome before that.
Okay.
Because Beyond the Thunderdome was the one I vividly remember from childhood.
Mad
This-
Max is one of those series.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely picked up in quality
Yes.
for this one. It's nothing special.
Are there cars in it?
There are very much a lot of cars.
It must be a Mad Max movie then.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
But once again, the villain was dumb. How this one kind of ended.
Yep.
Was dumb.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like dumb as in like, over the top James Bond kind of villain where it's
Do you
like
guys care about the ending at all?
No.
No.
Okay. Max is
spoilers.
sure for a
Really old
40
movie.
or 50-year-old movie. Get on
You
it.
never know.
Get on it.
We'll have that one guy watching us who won't watch us anymore.
Oh, well, that goes down to 7 viewers. No, because he's making a getaway.
Yeah.
He's driving in a semi, essentially. And the villain has I wouldn't call it a souped-up car, but it's probably the biggest car there, but it still
Okay.
wasn't that great. And the villain's decision was to go play chicken with this semi.
Sounds like a villain kind of plot.
And he
Yeah.
lost.
No.
To a semi?
A semi won
And
against
it's
a
overlaid
car?
that, and I'm like, all right, this is how this ends.
You just want to die in glory.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
really, it's like, glorious death is mine, Valhalla, here I come.
Pretty much. I don't know if it's Valhalla, but
Correct, that's the Norse thing, yeah.
well, but they still believed it in the new Mad Max.
What did they?
Valhalla. Yes,
Yeah.
they do. They call it to Valhalla. They want to go to Valhalla.
Well, that's how you get there.
That's how you get
Glorious
there.
battle, baby.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't know.
I'd have to rewatch that Tom Hardy one
Yes,
because he's
Fury
in that.
Road.
I don't know if you know who.
I also haven't
Tom
seen
Hardy.
Fury Road. Who's Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
I feel bad because I've seen interviews with him now, and I'm like, he's a genuinely cool guy.
And he's a decent Venom.
Also what I've heard.
I'll give you that one on digital.
Just gonna say, just bring it over. We'll watch it one day. I don't need a digital copy of Venom.
Yes, you do.
Might be your favorite movie of all time.
Next year it will be his best old movie.
Yeah.
best
I don't know if you have that.
And then
on
every
your
year
list,
it'll be his favorite old movie.
Venom. Ah, the one I look back on. Not Infinity War.
No,
Venom.
Was his favorite.
Not Endgame or whatever they're actually gonna call that movie.
Yeah.
The final movie I watched was War for the Planet of the Apes.
Is the next is it the third one?
Funny you say that. It's the third one, but to start out, they kind of give a little
Precursor to what
they
happens.
written thing.
Oh yeah.
And they highlight a specific word
Yep.
to show the order they go
Oh
in.
good, so it's for me.
So
Yeah.
I was watching. I'm like, Nick would love this.
Just take a picture of that screen and send it to me, so I can permanently have it as a background or something. Because I have the hardest time with those movies.
Yeah.
It's because it was Dawn.
No,
it was Rise.
Dawn is the second one.
It was Rise, but they specifically, and when they said it was like a 2 or 3 sentence
As,
thing.
as they rise.
And they had
from the-
Rise
yeah.
in it, and as the words were disappearing, Rise went unread, and to
Yeah,
show which one
Dawn,
came
yeah.
first, and then Dawn, and then Dawn.
I believe that's my issue with it. Is
There's no number behind
There's no
it.
number.
it's not that I guess sunrise comes before dawn, but in
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things, I think dawn, as in the
Is before-
beginning,
yeah.
rise would be them coming up, and then war being the last
Yeah.
one.
So it's just,
Either way, I always get confused because I have, or instead of putting a
Yeah.
monkey on the title, at least put like a James Franco fate, because I know that one. This is the one I've seen.
yeah. The one I
It goes
remember
in
is the one with
order.
James
So like,
Franco.
I saw this, I'm like, oh yes,
Which
it's
one's the
perfect for
second-
Nick.
What happens in the second one?
They rise.
There's a turncoat ape.
Yeah, they rise up.
Oh, okay. I can't remember the
They're
second.
living in solitude away from the humans.
Was that the one where his wife is sick, or the which was the one where
It's
like
probably the first one.
the monkey's wife is sick?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, then that would be the second one. The first
must
one,
be-
he didn't have his wife.
I was gonna say it must be the second one
Must be
because
the
I don't
second
know
one.
about a sick wife. Because
And
I keep
then
turning
there's this one.
every time I turn the movie on, James Franco appears and I go, "Damn it, one again."
It's this one.
Just on your Blu-ray or whatever, just write number 2.
I can't do that on Netflix or wherever I watch these things.
Rename it.
Nick, why is there
Number
2 on the screen? I tried something. It didn't
Call,
work.
call Netflix support, guys. I really need you to number.
If
the
I
Planet
line
of
it
the
up right there on Netflix, it says 2.
Apes. James Franco.
But yeah, I mean, the whole thing for this one was they were trying to find their own home.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
doing
away
they're
from
doing
the
the orc
humans.
thing from Warcraft.
Well, it's because it follows up. Have you at least seen the second one?
I know. Because every time I start the movie,
Okay, so I
James
can't
Franco
say
appears
that,
and I
but
give up.
it
Go
picks
for
up-
it. I don't
no,
care.
no.
I'm never going to see it. All I'm ever going to see is James
James
Franco.
Franco, you're gonna be like, oh, that's this one.
And then what catches me every time is I go, maybe this is just a flashback to the last movie. So I watch like 15 minutes and go, nope,
There is no
done it again.
There's no flashback in
No,
the second one.
so
You do see James Franco, but it's on a recorder.
is Malfoy in the first one?
Yes.
Yes.
See, I'm done. That's all. That's the only one I've seen. So no, go for it. Kill the second one. I don't care. I've never
Well, no,
seen.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Well, he's
You
got a
might-
wife and she's sick. See, look at me go. I'm already into the second
No,
movie.
the third one picks up
After the second one.
2 years after.
Oh, it's a
the
big
second
gap.
one.
After the first one or the second one?
Woody Harrelson's in the third one,
Yes.
right? See,
He's
that's
the villain.
that's the human they should put on the box to designate which number it is.
Which
It's
number?
not just a different picture of Caesar.
That's again my problem. So James Franco
Yeah.
on one box. Who's in the second one?
The Caesar.
Do you remember Terminator Genesis?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that guy.
Oh, okay. See,
John
put him.
Connor.
Yeah, put John. Yeah, put him on the box.
I think he is on the box, actually.
Perfect. That's all. Maybe that's what I'm missing.
There you go. But it's picked up, I think, 2 years after 2.
Nice.
Okay.
And it's... I mean, Woody Harrelson's character kind of pulled the... kind of a Thanos thing.
Oh yeah.
Where it's trying to be like, this. I'm trying to justify my...
Yep.
This is the way I viewed it, or this is the way I think things should go. This is the way I did it. It's not agreeable with everyone else.
I see.
Well, if it helps, none of the Planet of the Apes movies are on Netflix anymore, so I don't have to worry.
Oh, they're not? I thought the third one was.
No.
I only got through like half of it.
Half of 3.
Yeah.
We've got to
Well,
watch
I
that full
think.
thing.
It might have only been like a quarter.
Warcraft comes up when I look up Planet of the Apes, though, so clearly they're on the right track if they're looking for their own home, just like the orcs.
Clearly. But there's still fallout from that whole thing with 2, where they think the apes started it.
Yeah.
Which I guess they kind of did.
Eh,
Well, I don't.
I don't know. Yeah.
Um,
It's always hard to tell.
But Woody Harrelson plays Woody Harrelson, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I mean, it's a. Like you said, he's not completely bad, I guess, because there are things he's doing, but then Caesar kind of changes his mind a bit,
Oh, yeah.
and then he kind of, okay, well, I understand where you're coming from, so I'm gonna do this to help my cause, but it also helps you.
Well, that's nice.
But he is still a villain.
The antagonist, I guess.
Because he wants to. Because the whole thing is they all want to kill apes because it's the apes that's.
Someone listen to me. Guess who's on the cover of Rise of the Planet of the Apes on Google Play?
Which one?
James Franco.
James Franco.
James Franco.
He's there. He's there.
Okay.
Look, I'll never get confused ever again. Look, is it James Franco?
Yes.
Yep, and there's
Don,
Yeah, yep.
But then you're gonna get
That's
confused.
fine. That's fine.
You're gonna get confused there.
As long as I remember Caesar on horse equals last movie, we're good.
He rides a horse on
Where's
No, no,
all
no, no,
of
no,
them?
no, no, no. On the cover. That's all I have to remember.
all of them. He rides a horse.
No, we're good. I can just put a Woody Harrelson sticker there.
But it's. I there's different things with this movie, whether it's going to lead into 4th.
Oh.
Eventually, are we ever supposed to get to the point where it's like the Charlton Heston movie? Like,
Well, there's for those humans in
Yeah.
that time in those movies, they're mutes. They're type thing.
right.
They meet a girl in this movie. They're mute, and they find out this is a factor of that disease. They don't die, but they can't talk anymore, which would be the
Actually,
lead
it'll
into
be
the Charleston
interesting.
huge one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Heston,
Whatever.
the gun guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that is kind of a lead to
You damn dirty apes.
yes.
Yeah, cool. That's neat.
It's interesting.
Again, I'm never gonna get past James Franco, but
James Franco.
and is Bryan Cranston in that one?
No.
Who's John Lithgow?
John Lithgow's in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the dad.
Gary Oldman's in the second one.
Never
Oh,
seen
I
Gary
forgot about
Oldman.
that.
I know who Gary Oldman is. I've never seen him in a Planet of the Apes movie though.
So if he's in it,
I know
You're
I'm on
watching
the
the
right
second
track.
one.
All right.
I should just take the picture of that 3. This is a summary of what happened.
Rise to dawn. We're good. I've got it now. I see how it works.
And more.
I don't know what that has to do with the sun rising, but it's cool.
It's at war with the darkness.
Yes.
But yeah,
Noon of the Planet of the Apes.
I've heard mixed things that this could go into a 4th, but how they ended this, I think I'd be okay if this ended
here.
Yes.
I think that's how you try and do a trilogy, though.
Yeah.
Unless you're planning to do 4, like right off
But
the
you
bat.
could though, because you could keep telling the story. Of
Yeah.
Well, but they did that with Toy Story.
How they, because they don't really, unless they don't have the buildings that they do in the old movies, they're not way up there, I guess. And that out there, they're not at that point.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like Toy Story could have ended at 3 and everybody would have been happy.
Yeah.
But they keep going with it.
I'm not going to be upset by 4.
You might get upset.
I definitely will be upset. Let's face it. Pixar usually makes me cry.
That
Except
picture
Good
I shared with
Dinosaur.
you
Except
guys
Good
will-
Dinosaur, I just complained the whole movie.
Made you cry in other ways.
Yeah, The Incredibles also didn't make me cry.
You just had an outcry.
No, yeah.
Sure, we'll say that.
Ah!
But yeah, I don't know. You should watch the series.
What, Planet of the Apes?
Yes.
Get past the James Franco one?
Yes. Well, no, rewatch it just to get your.
Well, I can buy them all on Google Play. They're $34
Or
for
you
all
can just
3.
borrow it from the Human Blockbuster.
I could have borrowed from the Human Block, but you should honestly. Have you seen the Angry Video Game Nerd?
No.
Okay, so what he's done to his basement is he's turned it into like an old rental place with the wood paneled walls and the shelving and the whole
Oh,
like 9
awesome.
yards.
Everything's
I
barcoded.
know.
He has some of the like old like
That's awesome.
the cases and stuff. And I mean, he has a VHS collection for the most part, but he's done it so like if he had Planet of the Apes, they'd be set up facing outwards.
That'd be too. I don't have the space for that.
But that's the thing is like he's converted his entire basement into a video rental store, including desk with old computer.
That's awesome.
I don't want to go that far, but I.
Now, again, to be fair, he does videos, so he puts himself at the desk and does a review or
Yeah, like it's for the
It's-
aesthetics. Of,
I
part
mean,
of
I
it's the
could.
aesthetics, and part of it is he really did like to go to the old rental stores.
I do too.
I could start that for us, or I can just sit there and watch every single movie I have and analyze it.
You could do quick reviews.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if they'd be quick.
And I hated this because of this.
This is what I liked. This is what I disliked.
I have extra
Dump
webcams. If you guys ever want to do stuff, let me know. I have extra green screens too.
People shouldn't see my basement. It's bad.
That's why I have extra green screens. You just hang a green screen up
We should
behind you,
extend
and we could.
this.
Well, except I need more rods. That's the problem.
Yes.
The rods only go so far. That's why I had the extra green screen, and then I went, oh yeah.
As far as I can go.
This is as far as we get.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Cool.
Good
Cool,
stuff.
cool.
Well, thanks for watching, people.
Thank you.
If you want to, you can tune in next week or on the 28th for our past cast, where we go over
Yes.
all of the best and worst of 2018 and our hopes and fears for 2019.
Ba, 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 ba.
I have an idea what I predicted what's going to happen.
I don't know what my biggest thing for next year is going to be. My
Well,
biggest...
you still have to get the papers ready.
I know. I have the paper. I just need to print out all. We have to make sure
decide what we want to talk
yeah,
about.
we have to come up with all of the stuff. Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. You can check out all of our stuff at barrelrollnews.com. If you'd like to check out the newscast, which we just filmed an hour before this one. So, you know, hour and a bit, whatever. Stop keeping track of things.
I don't know. I'm just looking at my time.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Tune in next week where we'll do this all over again. Bye.
With new stuff.
Nope, the same stuff.